Nobody really wants to pay a parking ticket. I know I've spent ages looking for little loopholes to see if I can wriggle out of them. Luckily, if you have proof that yours was unjust, then you may be able to get away without paying. Coming up, I've got my 6 parking fine loopholes, but first, let's look into some of the most common reasons that you could get out of paying your ticket. Was the parking meter or paying display machine out of order? If you attempted to pay, but you physically couldn't, then let them know. The likelihood is that other people couldn't pay that day either, so there may be a record of it. In the future, it's worth taking photos to back you up if there's a sign on it. Are the details correct on your parking ticket? Go through your ticket thoroughly because mistakes can be made, and if they are, then it goes in your favour. You need to check the date, time, your registration name and address. Any errors, and that could cancel your ticket. Maybe you parked correctly. Was your fine dished out unfairly? Maybe you displayed your blue badge and it wasn't noticed, or you were parked within a bay. If none of those apply to you, don't lose hope. There are plenty of other reasons to appeal, and I'll cover those shortly. Remember, it's important to deal with your parking ticket as soon as you possibly can. A discounted rate normally applies within about the first 14 to 28 days, depending on what type of ticket it is. If you appeal, this puts your time on hold, meaning that you still pay the lower rate, even if it is rejected. Unfortunately, they'll never just go away, so act sooner rather than later. It's always worth a go, which leads me to my 6 parking fine loopholes. Have you heard of a grace period? You've still got 10 minutes after your ticket expires to get back to your car before the operator can issue you a ticket. If this is a case for you, then you've got the legal right to appeal. You could go back to the scene of the crime and check that all the parking signs are totally clear. Don't be afraid to be a bit of a stickler. Take photos of everything that could just even be slightly unclear, as this may help your appeal, or if it comes to it, your defence in court. Remember, it's their job to have clear signs about parking and CCTV, and if anything isn't clear, then it's their fault and not yours. When did your ticket arrive? If you didn't get a ticket physically stuck to your car and it took longer than 14 days to arrive in the post, you might be entitled to more time to gather information for your appeal. If you can prove that an emergency stopped you from getting to your car, maybe you ended up in hospital or something else equally as drastic, then you've got a good chance of getting your appeal accepted. It's really unlucky if your car broke down in the car park. What a rough day, a breakdown and you get a ticket. Now, I can't help with a breakdown, but it can be a legitimate reason to appeal a parking ticket. You could chat to your breakdown recovery company to provide you with proof. If you want total clarity and need a professional opinion, then you could speak to a solicitor. In-person solicitors are great if you like to chat face-to-face, but there are also online solicitors that you can use like JustAnswer. It's really easy. You just tell them what happened in the chat and they'll give you a professional opinion about appealing your parking ticket. It's only a £5 for a trial to get all the answers you need, and it could save you a lot of money. There's a link in the description if you want to check it out and support my channel.